What's up, K-Schwizzle? Can you hear me, K-Schwizzle? Yeah, all that good shit that happened in Des Moines, we're about to fucking cuck the content. I have nothing to say, nothing of value to add. God dang, it just started pouring outside. Ah, thank you, Anthony Cruz. Thank you. See how many people we get in here. We're going to break our record of 22 viewers yesterday? Maybe. Blah, 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 blah. It was good to see Locke, though. Not going to lie. I did enjoy seeing and chatting with him. I was holding a pretty big grudge. What's up, Kim Smith? Well, that's, it's called a lead-in, Damone is like David Letterman or Jay Leno, and I'm one of the shitty fucking, Craig Ferguson, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon. I'm one of those guys like waiting to get my shot at prime time. So, I take it's like overnight sports radio guy. That's who I am. Yes, Ray is live. Hello, Bill. Hello, Kat, Kim, PP Ohio. Gabby, hello. Anthony Cruz. You're a sweet boy. No, you're not still banned, Earthworm Jim. I figured it out. You are free. Free as the wind blows. What are we going to talk about today? What are we going to do? Somebody needs to fucking clip that blah 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 blah. Like, when a 4-year-old doesn't want to hear what her older brother has to say, it's that's what happens. Yes, it's safe in here, NTF. I'm pretty sure they're all unbanned. I don't know who was banning everybody. I took away all wrenches, but like 10. Lock safe. Is there a fish tank in the background? So what? Yes, Andrea D. I feel like this is a Jeff stream where we're going over the ban lit. Everybody, I'm going to have a panel today, maybe a 2-part panel, solely predicated upon the allocation of wrenches and moderator responsibilities in the future. I have a relative that created the moderator algorithm for YouTube. Luckily, they were kind enough to do this. I unwrenched everybody and only wrenched people who were in the chat yesterday. I will go back into this chat and wrench people up that I think should have one. But we're not talking about wrenches today. We're talking about gaslighting, passive-aggressive tendencies. The wife of the great and late John Lennon, who may or may not have certain things in common with others. Missy? Nobody ban anybody. Nobody ban anyone. I didn't even know what a wrench was for a long time. Not Sonny Bono, fucking Yoko Ono. Yes, Matt Damone did have a great panel. Shout out to Locke for going up and chatting it up. I appreciate when he said, I've been around before all you motherfuckers, It's not that I don't like her, Locke, it's that I feel partially responsible. That's all. Oh, Nunya, Locke is a fucking lunatic, man. Locke is very much akin to Steve Carell's character in Anchorman. Like, if the community ever met in person on like the cruise ship and we went to war, Locke would be like, I killed Mike Tiberio with a trident. Be like, yeah, Locke killed a guy. I don't really have anything to say. I think Matt said he was going to go live this morning. So if he's got something loaded up, I will happily keep the crowd warm until he can get something cooking. It's good to see you too, Dub. That's I don't really have much shit to say. Like, I don't know. I saw it last night. It wasn't fun to watch. You know, everybody has the relationship that, yes, Matt, go live, mister. Fucking make a smart video. Do the fucking journalistic shit that you do. Anybody see that Mike Tyson just got delayed on his fight versus Jake Paul because of an ulcer flare-up? It's crazy that the baddest man on the planet is, you know, for the first time ever, he's human. And there was I think it was the roast of Charlie Sheen, and Patrice O'Neal said, Mike, I love you. I just don't like this new Mike Tyson. He says, I hate seeing how comfortable white people are around you. It was a stupid joke in the, you know, in the historic halls of comedy, but nevertheless, that one fucking killed me. Who's jerking to Tommy? Locke, open your eyes, bro. No one likes Locke's good people, man. Yes, absolutely. Rest in peace, Patrice O'Neal. He is a legend. Andrew Schultz and Akash and Mark Norman, they do a pretty good job of keeping him relevant, you know, mentioning his name fairly often. So does Bill Burr. If you ever get a chance to watch the Patrice documentary, you know, you'll see a human side of Bill Burr that doesn't normally come through on stage, and he actually has a hard time even talking about his friends. So, no, we ain't ready. People need to stop saying bad people, good people. Locke's a part of the problem. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. Mine just happens to be right. Can we trade who are we trading for Coolio? Not actually sure. Yeah, I got about 25 minutes before I got to get back to work, and I'm glad that I figured out how to unban certain folks. Good morning, Nunya. Good morning, Missy, SCO, Ed, Locksmith. You know what's funny? It used to be that the panels were the content, and now it's like we're the ambient noise up top. And said it once before, I'll say it again. The chat has indeed inherited the earth. I don't think anyone even has the volume on right now. It's just a talking head in an old school AOL chat room. That's a good point, Johnny Novels. Yeah, Locke, the chat does rule. It's been like that for a while now. Top 10 statues that cried blood. So is NTF or Matt going live, everybody? Again, don't really have much to say. There's not much going on in the world. Angel Hernandez was basically forced into retirement. I wish they would do that to Joe Biden. That would be pretty epic. Andrew D, good morning to you. Last night was wild. Nobody wants to see that. Yeah, nobody, but. And we lost FCC last night. You know, pour one out for a homie. If Damone's got some of that Snickers coffee with chocolate peppermint macchiato almond milk. Yeah, I didn't see. I went to bed pretty much when I asked Locke to shut it off. So I caught some of Damone's. I've been on the phone this morning, but I think I've got a decent small grasp. So is this the Ellen that Locke was so angry with last night? No Kirkland to pour out, Pat Kahn. I've gone the way of bad guy and Damone. Unfortunately, yeah, it sucks, but it was a decision for the betterment of myself and those around me. Sleep better, feel better, but don't get me wrong. I wish I could drink like I was 21 again, just stay out till 5 in the morning, wake up at 8 and wash, rinse, repeat, and have a life that heads towards nowhere. But as we all approach middle age, it sucks. Can't do that. We are on the highest alt alert level right now, folks. Keep your eyes peeled. I'm working inside, Vlad, from home today, so I don't think yeah, the Padres shortstop was banned for gambling in baseball, and he only won, I think they said it was 4% of the bets that he placed. It's weird. We live in a time where there's just way too much content, and you know, I'm probably part of that problem. So hypocrisy, thy name is Ray. You know, there's just too much information coming at us. None of us have a chance to digest it or even vet it. So I would like for, watch out for paper cuts. I would like for NTF or Matt or somebody else to go live again. Imagine picking betting over long-term MLB money. Yeah, man, that's a, you know, certain people just have compulsions that are like next to impossible to overcome. You know, someone will throw away 30 years of loving marriage for, you know, a night with someone they never met, or, you know, somebody will choose IV drugs over a family that loves them at home, or, you know, so it's, I think a lot of times, Pete, like we operate under the idea that people do these things because they want to. And I mean, granted, on some level they do want to, but, you know, compulsions can put a leash around your neck and walk you around. But, you know, somebody said everybody's mental health is their own responsibility. So, you know, I can empathize. Doesn't mean there's no blame to be cast, but it definitely means that I give people, I don't even know if I say grace. I think I just understand how it can happen that way. Wasn't a video, Andrea. It was just a warning. Yeah. Does anybody feel like coming up and chatting? Anyone got anything to say? I trust me, Earthworm Jim. I get it, but I don't think in his mind he's saying "fuck my own Major League Baseball career." You know, same thing like the guy or gal tonight who goes out and, you know, they're buying fentanyl. I don't think that they're saying, "Hey, I want to die tonight." They understand that it's a possible consequence, but I don't know. I hope that the young man figures out some way to, you know, make the most of the time that he does have left. It's sad, is what it is. It's sad. I fucking love Red Dead Redemption, Haystack, but I didn't know Cam was good. Did they have Kratom in 1897? But in the words of Dutch Vanderland, Cam needs money. Cam is definitely Micah Bell, if anybody gets that reference. And Jeff is definitely Uncle. That's who Jeff's character is. I'm probably Josiah Trelawney, which is not a good thing or a bad thing, but we're all just being honest here. Brokeback Mountain. If they ever made Brokeback Mountain the video game, that would be pretty fucking epic. Thank you, Vlad. I appreciate you getting the reference. At least somebody does. There's really nobody. LARP, you want to come up? Vlad, want to come up? You know, preferably somebody that won't polarize. 50% of the community. That would be lovely. Have you seen my friend Gavin? Gavin. Bro, when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, I saw some guy on a bicycle. And when I passed him, I saw he had the Rockstar RDR shirt on. So I came back around the block. I pulled him next to him. I was like, I was just admiring your horse there. He said, thank you kindly. That game definitely captured the fucking attention of all simps and sad white men for about the better part of 30 months. Shout out to Rockstar. I think Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out next year. I've seen some, I don't know if it's real or not, but I've seen some released footage. You're all right, girl. Easy, girl. Whoa, easy, girl. And if anyone played RDR, if you ever had your horse fall down without having horse reviver, I don't care who you are, but when Arthur and John were about to ascend the mountain, and Arthur goes back to say thank you to his horse for it definitely got me a little bit too. And when they shot who was it? Sean, was he the young Irish guy? And they killed a lot of deaths in that fucking game. Oh, then when they play the song I Stand Unshaken. No spoil, dude, the game came out 5.5 years ago, K-Schwizzle. I want to say I played that campaign probably 3 times through. And the third time I tried to do it with high honor, but it's so hard not to fucking chuck dynamite into saloons and shit. What if that game is really just a test to check the level of sociopathy, of white guys across the country? John Marston played so here's the funny thing. When RDR 2 came out and you're Arthur, everybody was like, who the fuck is this Arthur Morgan bullshit? I'm John Marston. And then by the time you get to like the middle of chapter 2, you're like, fuck John Marston. Yes, Bullhand, you are free here. I told you, I figured it out. Anything else in that game that was even worth? The soundtrack's pretty fucking epic. When he looks at Missy's like, Arthur, I'll miss you. Me too. You're a good girl. Live a good life. And then That's the Way It Is plays on like a 4-minute horse ride through the woods as he goes to his inevitable doom. Yeah, I'm a fucking loser. What is it? Give me a hammer and a nail and I'll bang it together forever together. Yeah. Oh, so that I want to say that song is actually called American Venom, or John Marston. Jim Milton Rides Again. It's that's part of the American Venom song. That's the same song that plays when John has to leave Charles Smith and Sadie Adler at the base of the hill because Charles gets shot. Oh no, and then it's just him and Sadie climbs. Yeah. Are we really talking about Red Dead Redemption 2 right now? I feel like this is probably pissing off 75-80% of the people in chat. Fucking DB Cooper or defensive back? Full hand, you feel like coming up? Anybody? Oh, if at low honor, the grave is like unattended and kind of dilapidated, and high honor, it's, you know, the sun sets on them. And so I sub to your channel, Batman, but like whenever I try to Google, not Google, like YouTube search Ghetto Batman, or I don't really get alerts for anybody in this community. Vlad, you want to come up and talk about RDR too? Come on, nerd out with me, bro. Let's let our inner incels fly, Vlad. Don't let me down. And there's if anybody's an RDR fan, I recommend you go check out a YouTube channel called Sounds Like Pizza. These two guys who sound just like Arthur Morgan and Dutch Vanderlyn, they go into live streams and they ad lib, and it's fucking hilarious. Do 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 do. Uh-oh. I just got a text message. Somebody just sent me the link for Batman's thing. Everybody loves that game, bro. There's been rumblings of RDR 3 coming out, maybe it being a prequel, maybe it being Jack Marston later in life. Some people have even mentioned the possibility of a no, Ryan, you're not banned. Somebody they've even released a potential of Sadie Adler being the protagonist in the game. So, yep, you've heard the same. Yeah, Jack or Sadie. But some people have always talked about a prequel to the prequel, like, you know, the events leading up to Blackwater. You know, like a 23-year-old Arthur Morgan. Max Payne is great video game. I'm gonna cancel myself with this one, but part of me actually enjoyed that movie, Ellen DeGenerate. If anybody remembers, I think Mark Wahlberg played the main character. Arthur's dad. My mama, she died when I was just a kid, and my daddy, he didn't die soon enough. Yeah, I don't think anybody wants Arthur's dad. Or maybe we could see the events that, you know, turned him into what he was to Arthur. I had a son. He died. I had a woman that loved me. She died. I'll drop the link. Like I said, we got about 10 minutes before I got to get back to where I'm going. Here's the link. Anybody that wants to see, I hadn't decided yet. What do we got here?
First.
Hello.
First. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you here to talk? Are you here to talk about Red Dead Redemption 2?
Red Hood Redemption? Red Hood's trying to redeem himself?
Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, I don't know what that is. Is that a movie?
It's an amazing. It's not new. It's probably 5 years old plus, but it was fun. It was a cinematic experience, man. It was a movie.
Oh, sounds like, was it about zombies or something?
No, not at all. About a guy struggling to find his place in the world as industry and society adopted a new way of living that no longer had a place for outlaws and drifters. It was basically the dawn of the war on masculinity and one man's journey for redemption.
Wait, masculinity is in a war?
Uh,
Shit.
you know, the days of the gunslingers, man. What you got going on today, Ryan?
Possibly decoying, trying to Kurt. Tomorrow, trying to like see if I can get another job and get extra money. I don't know, just stuff.
Did you just say you're trying to see Kurt?
No, Instacart.
Oh, I think you said I'm trying to see Kurt. I'm like, that's a
Yeah. We chill now.
Undead Nightmare. That was yes, that is absolutely true. Undead Nightmare. They did have a zombie edition pack, and I do think that they're gonna remaster Red Dead Redemption 1. So mind on my money and money on my you might not know this, Ryan. I know you're not a big pop culture guy, but has anybody in the chat heard how they're turning like AI voices into singing classical songs?
I've heard something about that. I mean, I see
Like
clips.
Hank Hill on my Instagram today was singing "Blinded by the Lights" by The Weeknd, and I got obsessed with it. I must have listened to it 3 times before I got out of bed. And then Arthur Morgan and Dutch Vanderlyn sing country John Denver's "Country Roads."
Yeah, you know what I saw? I saw this thing where they did like an English translation of Hitler, so it literally sounds like Hitler talking like how we're talking, and it's just like he sounds like a regular politician, like what they say.
We got our own Hank Hill. Oh God, that's
Literally, exactly.
if he's who's Bill Dotrey, Constantine? If the community was king of the hill, who's Boomhauer? Who's Bill Dotrey and who's Dale Gribble? Who's Bobby? I can't do Bobby Hill's voice. Dang it, Bobby and Luann. Don't touch my purse. What the fuck is Motown Avengers? I need to know this. Todd is, oh my God. Constantine, I can't unsee that now. That is way too accurate. Fucking Todd is Bill Dotrey. Jeff is Dale. That's oh shit. And who's John Redcorn? You know, that's the
Actually,
Ryan, do you have
right,
any idea what I'm talking about?
that's actually correct. I have no idea what you're talking about. Like you lost me at like the like I know the main character of that show, but like all the other side characters, I guess that's what you're talking about. Nope.
So we got 5 minutes, man. Let's get a moment to see the man behind the catcher. If you were stuck on an island, you could have like 3 DVD box sets of sitcoms or TV shows from your life. What would you pick?
Shit, that's a tough one. Wait, so this is like shows?
Yeah, like sitcoms, like Scrubs, Full House, Breaking Bad, Perfect
Breaking
Strangers.
Breaking
You
Bad.
enjoyed that show?
Yeah, I binge watched that. I know.
Okay.
Breaking Bad. That's like the one thing I know.
Okay, so you got Breaking Bad. You got 2 more. What else? We're gonna get to know NVCap in the next 3 minutes.
Man, I'm trying to like my brain's loading like pop culture information. It's like very slow right now. I don't know. Get the Predator? Does that count?
No, I'm talking like
Okay. Man, I don't know. What do people watch?
Sopranos is fuck. I made a Three's Company reference last night to Missy. I didn't know if she was old enough to get it, and she did. So shout out Missy.
I heard.
I've never seen Game of Thrones.
So even though I didn't see it, I go on a limb and prize Sopranos. Not games of because any kind of fiction, Games of Thrones, I like my brain goes to sleep. I don't know what it is. Like any kind of like fiction, if I hear about like dragons, my brain just like it like overheats and shuts down. Like I can't do it.
So Larkbusters just came in with a great one. The Wire was a fucking phenomenal show.
The Wire.
Took place in Baltimore. It was about the, like, you know, guys trying to come up in the dope game in Baltimore. Fucking phenomenal show. Balky Batakamo, Steven Balky, right? Was that it? That was Perfect Strangers was the shit. Oz was the fucking, but yo, Oz launched the career of so many fucking actors and actresses. So many. Twin Peaks was a fucking phenomenal show.
I remember Rescue Me. I think I saw like a little bit
with Dennis Leary. That was a great show. What else? 21 Jump Street.
Remember Ghost Whisperer? Ghost Whisperer.
I don't recall that show, so forgive me for my ignorance.
That just popped in my head for some reason. Or House.
See what happens, Ryan?
House.
House is a fucking House is the shit, bro. Hugh Laurie. You know he's British, right? He's not even American.
Yeah, it was weird. I saw him like on interviews, and he's like a British guy, and I'm like, how?
Can anybody tell me where? I forget his name. Jax Teller from Sons of Anarchy. Just what his real name is, and is he from England or Australia? I can't remember. They filmed Orange Is the New Black down the street from where I used to live, Haystack. Just outside of New York City, like lower upstate New York.
Yo, a fight's going down in chat between Cap and Locke. Okay, yeah, I said to bring up the drama. My bad.
What's going on? Welcome back, fight fans. I'm Sweet Baby Ray in the booth. Alongside me, as always, is 56K and VCap Ryan. Kicking off things tonight in the middleweight division, we have the 39-year-old Cap, adept skateboarder, professional dragger, against the aging but yet crafty veteran Locksmith. Here in the early rounds, Cap comes out swinging, setting the pace. Lock on the defensive. Doesn't seem to have many things getting by. First round is going to go. We're going to take it down as a draw. How did you see it, Ryan?
I don't know. I guess Cap doesn't really know why Lock is fighting with him. I guess he's two-faced apparently. So I guess it's on him to elaborate. But that elaboration has not been confirmed.
Right now, Cap seems to be sticking to the basics and what works. We haven't really seen any of the typical flash and razzmatazz that we see from Cap. He might just be trying to lull Locksmith into a trap.
Yeah, that's how it's looking.
Cap Smith coming out of nowhere with the 4-syllable word elaborate. Locksmith definitely on that 56K mode. I'm trying to understand what that word means, Ryan. I don't know if Lock's going to be able to survive this onslaught.
Yeah, Lock's trying to Lock's trying to throw him off with the LMFAO, and I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know. We're kind of in the moment of we're kind of in the pivotal moment of the fight.
I am such a fucking moron. I am definitely retarded.
So
Locksmith and Cap have much bigger channels than me, pal. If they're gonna go live and legitimately engage in fisticuffs, we're just cutting the promo right now. So
yeah. Okay, so he just responded back with just asserting that he is two-faced, and if you don't see it, then that's on the viewer. So it's now an implicit beef with the viewers, I guess. Yeah.
So Demo, and you can clip this if you want to. Let's see if I can cut a quick little promo for. In a wasteland and barren community, which once used to stand for those protecting the most innocent of all of us, putting a flashlight into the deepest, darkest corners of the interwebs, certain people emerged, factions, friends and families divided, leading inevitably to this one point. This Saturday on pay-per-view, the 53-year-old balding man in a committed relationship who up and relocated. He's been convicted of breaking and entering, but guess what? He gets paid for it. None other than Locksmith versus the 40-year-old professional skater dude that nobody knew was black until 2022, Cap. For the low cost of $39.95, you can catch all nonstop action. Brought to you by the amazing people at Modelo Especial. When you drink this weekend, don't forget to drink responsibly. That was on a 1 to 10. I give that a 6. Kind of dropped the ball on that.
Yeah, and if you drink irresponsibly, make sure you go on a panel and freak the hell out. Yeah.
Spurgageddon. That's going to be the name of this fucking fight card. Spurgageddon.
Oh, so it's about clown. Okay.
This sounds like one of Bill's shitty AI videos. Thanks, Haystack.
Yo,
Yeah,
it's like
somebody else
another-
needs to go live.
I don't have a live.
Oh,
anymore.
Batman, I don't know how old you are, but anybody in the chat, I'm going to say if you're 36 or older, you would know the joy of having a fistful of quarters standing in front of a Street Fighter 2 machine or Mortal Kombat. Like the ultimate level of alpha when you're 11 is like beating 4 guys in a row, staying on the machine. So you got any other did you get the website off the ground, Ryan?
I heard a website off the ground.
What's that?
Is my audio good? Or I don't know.
Yeah, your audio's fine, pal.
I heard audio website off the ground. Not sure what I heard. I think you asked a question. I'm not sure I heard it correctly. Hello?
Yeah, the difference is like I have a life that I enjoy. Just go away. I don't fucking bother you. And I've never like put out a fake fucking fundraiser. Just go away. I didn't mention you.
I don't care if you either. I don't know. I feel partially responsible. I don't know what that. I don't know what this is about. Yeah, we got a new website. MVCap.press.
Okay. Is there any X-rated steamy adult content for like behind a paywall that we can look forward to?
No, not really. But it's gonna be it's basically as like a newsletter. So it's like you can subscribe to like every time like I'll do a catch, like I'll do a write up about it and like link to the catch. And like you can subscribe through your email.
How has nobody created like an alt account that's ENVY cap that like Ryan wishes he could skateboard like cap, like envy cap? Somebody run with that.
Yeah, bro. I don't know how to do trying to skateboard.
Oh my God. I'm going to say this once. And look, you girls love to have private conversations in public. Nobody enjoys it. And like literally last night, your girl Christy came in and fucking sideswiped the conversation where everybody was having a good ass time. When I tried to start something fun like the boys a year and change ago, it was basically to avoid the gossip and the fucking wash women drama that you perpetuate. Non-interesting people, like, you know, small minds talk about people, average minds talk about events, great minds talk about ideas. Say, we got some great people here. I don't hate you. I don't wish ill on you. I just have nothing for you, Sabby. Like, there are some people that enjoy your content. I'm not one of them.
Yeah, for the content, would it be good content and quotes if I learned to ollie on video? Maybe it would be just good for content, like cringe content. Probably.
The content, I'm just looking down in the chat and somebody called me elegant.
Elegant.
All right, so here's the thing, Sabby. Obviously, Tommy Boy and I have had our falling out. So have Sam and I. Sam he's engaging and he's entertaining. Tommy Boy is provocative and he's articulate. Like he can like there's people who are entertaining and I can objectively identify those things, even if it's not for me. There's very little, if anything, from a Sabby stream other than people looking at like you are the National Enquirer but like the third one down in the magazine rack, like, you know, you're like the Michigan Star, you know, John Travolta accused of, you know, sleeping with an alien. Like that's the kind of shit that goes down. I don't dislike, there's nothing. I've never watched Savvy on a panel and been like, oh my God, that's how.
Yeah. Weird as fuck.
Yeah, same thing with Cap, bro. Like, I'm not a big fan of the dragging, but, you know, and Cap's one of the more entertaining guys in the fucking community. You know, Constantine's got a good insight on shit. Nunya's my homegirl. You know, even if you fucking hate Edward, he does a pretty good job with, you know, all like the legal shit. And I'm not even a big fan of the anti-Tommy stuff, but the way that Matt used to put it out is like, it's thought-provoking, it's professional, and it's engaging. Like, just simply going on I'm a retarded morning radio host. Like, very little of what I do has a purpose, Abby. So I'm probably not much better, but yeah, I don't know what you want, Sabby. You know, it's the same thing like when Jeff goes on a stream and, you know, he's like, we have a panel coming out in the next 3 weeks. It might be 2 or 3 parts, maybe a 4th part. I don't want to give too much away. It's, you know, Cap makes me laugh. You know, Damone makes me think. Fucking, you know, Matt makes me look at things that, you know, I didn't necessarily look at. Like, just be, and if you just did something to come back original, you know, if you had a purpose to your stream, I'd be about it.
Yeah, I think we should petition for Cap to try to do another catch. I think that'd be a good catch.
No, Tommy boy. First off, you can fuck off, but it was built by retards. Built by retards. Also for retards, but built by retards. Nixed by autism. Oh my God, I can't believe I got to like stay on this. Because you guys have conversations that are meant for private. And then you wonder why people attack your personal issues. And, you know, people find you guys to be annoying. Like, there's certain shit that, you know, if I have something I really need to talk to Ryan, Nunya, Locksmith, Ed about, like, I'll reach out, Damone, like, I'll reach out offline and be like, hey, not everything is made for panel content. And you're extremely passive aggressive, Sabby. You know, I trust me, I do not like the, you know, and I went back up. I was like, Lock, shut it down. I was very, very happy to hear that nothing went down. Nothing was wrong. But when somebody walks in like, oh, I love how I come home and like the garbage isn't even taken out. You're trying to gaslight the dude. That's called being passive aggressive. Nobody fucking likes that. Seriously, being passive aggressive is like the least admirable attribute in a human being that has ever existed. And the cool thing is like you can make a decision to try to work on that today. Hey, Becky. I mean, does anybody in chat disagree with me? Like, doesn't some of it just seem like a I feel like y'all are like 13 white women that live in a gated community that have husbands that own hedge funds and they work way too many hours and you guys have nothing to do. So like you donate $500 of your husband's money to a charity to feel better about yourselves. You pretend to have a book club, but like you really drink, you know, Mai Tais and fucking Cuba Libres at the country club, gossiping about who's sleeping with who, whose kid got into what college. Like there's nothing attractive about y'all's dialogue ever, ever. All right, so the panel went there. You're welcome, Damone. You're welcome, Panel Channel. You're welcome, Panels of Our Lives. You know, and, you know, thank God that Jeff caught me over at Thorpe TV because, you know, none of us are allowed to have a presence anywhere else on the internet but, you know, right here in the fucking community. Fuck, I don't. We're not friends anymore. Don't make me laugh, dickhead. Stop. Panels of our lives ain't a thing anymore. That's really fucking. That's sad. Yeah, and anybody who tried to cancel Bad Guy, you can literally fuck your own face. Yeah, and here's another thing, Savvy. Like you and your girls, like you got to give people when the guys and the boys are trying to tell jokes, you got to give them room for fucking nuance and context. You don't get to decide what other people mean when they say something that's either an analogy or a comparison or obviously meant to be with humorous inflection, Savvy. You guys and some of us have full-time jobs and responsibilities, and some of us have wives and husbands, some of us have children, some of us have other activities in life where we don't have a chance to, to scroll through everything, looking for that one clip and that gotcha moment where we get to catch somebody, in a moment of blatant hypocrisy. Shout out to fucking Damone for having my back. Damone had my back big time when Jonathan was like, "Oh, I sent a dick pic to Ray and he responded this way." And I was like, "Dude, I never fucking responded." And he's like, "I never said you responded." Damone in like 3 hours, bro, motherfucker had my back. Shout out Damone. You got anything, Ryan? Or are you just sitting there letting me fucking rant?
Yeah, just I don't know.
Dude, I've been gone for like a year, man. I got some shit to say, bro. This is like Locksmith last night, bro. Like y'all was seeing the tip of the iceberg, but there's some shit deep down underneath there.
Yeah, I mean that's why I just like whatever like they want comes,
Did you get out of the StreamYard page, Ryan? Because you're coming in scrambling.
Yeah, I fixed it. I'll practice the demo.
It's okay. Dude, I hereby make a motion that Missy change her name to Miss Ajani. Wow. Okay, so we went there. That just happened. Amazing. Nobody ban anybody. Did anybody ban Tommy Boy or did anybody ban Bullhand? Oh shit. Dude, and there's on top of NV cap, we could do something called caps lock. There's so many opportunities for fucking double entendres and shit here. And we're just instead we're talking about 5-minute cancer and blah 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 blah. Fucking go get creative. Be original. I hope not. I am unique just like everyone else. Can a managing mod give somebody else a wrench or no? Can somebody let me know that? I have yet to catch a Jilly stream. Can anybody tell me if I'm missing anything? Is it fun? Okay. Uh-oh.
All right, I rejoined from my computer. Oh,
Oh, you sound much better now.
my phone's going off. Yeah, that's taken care of.
Anybody else miss the PNN shows? Just me.
Yeah, maybe PNN should make a comeback.
It would be panel news now. It wouldn't be Predator news now.
No, it shouldn't be. Actually, that's the thing. It would be like it's so saturated by panels, so it's just like it's not what it used to be. Like they would cover catches, and I think that would actually be what everyone would need because it would put the focus on the catches.
Tiberio should make a comeback. I think if Tiberio and Rami and like Holy Venom came back, like the community needs a common enemy. And you know, that enemy's been me for a moment, it's been Ryan, it's been Cap, it's been everybody. Panel news now. Absolutely run it, Haystack. Run it. Fucking run it.
Panel news now. With like anchors and everything. I was reading a comment and it went away.
What does 3 months mean? Can somebody tell me? What song do you have stuck in your head, Missy? Did I sing a song? Anybody want to come up? Constantine want to come up? Cap want to come up? LARP?
Yeah.
Look, LARP will go up on the girls' channel to do a fucking State of the Union address, but he can't even come back and say hello and troll me softly. Dude, we should write a song called Trolling Them Softly. Back in 1982, oh, it was the first one. Cons, it's too fitting, bruh, but it's all a LARP. No one gets to her. Born from 4chan. Yeah. Well, I had to deal with the new home builder today, Cap. My garage door sensor got grounded, shut down all the power in the garage, and I was too stupid to realize what was going on. So Alan says, Ray, I want to let you know a bunch of people in Sam's comments were calling you the best catcher they've seen. Well, they've probably not seen many catchers, Alan. I miss doing that a lot, Ryan. Like, I'll be honest with you. You know, that for the folks out there that haven't done it, I'm not drawing a line in the sand between catchers and non-catchers. Like the actual driving to the meetup and interrogating somebody, that's easy. The amount of work it takes to actually fucking catch somebody, dude, it's overwhelming and it sucks. And me and OTR had 3 driveaways in one weekend. I think I've had 2 with my buddy Country Bill, and 1 or 2 with Alex when we were down. I probably had 12 run away.
Yeah,
you know, it's hard to stay fucking motivated, man.
Yeah. Well, do you decoy as a boy or a girl? How do you decoy? Did you decoy before? Or, I don't know.
Yeah, I've decoyed all my own catches except for 5 of the 6 on the Florida trip. And then me and Cam decoyed like 50-50 when we worked. We were both decoying. I got half of them and he got half. One of them, here's a cool little story. I probably told it before because I always tell the same stories over and over again. But Cam decoyed him as a kid. We went to the hotel, and then I think the guy sniffed it out and he blocked us. So I decoyed him as like actually me, and he agreed to. He's like, "Yeah, we can bone," and then we showed up, and that was a pretty epic.
Yeah, I've been considering that, like having it's like a chaser account. Like if they commit a crime but then flake on the kid, then you can still try to meet up with them as an adult, or they're going to be less guarded, then you can catch them. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but like as an adult.
Oh, wait a minute. Cap says, do I have? No, I don't have solar, Cap.
Yeah, you have to be like in Arizona for solar to make sense. Like there's not really much sun in where I'm at.
Oh, there's my buddy. There's my buddy. Yo, for real. Yeah, my buddy Mises and Ryan Upchurch had a little bit of a fucking beef. That was fun to watch.
I don't know.
So you know, like I'm good at the dialogue, Constantine, but it's like when they want to do a phone call or some shit, you know, I obviously I can't be a girl, and when I try to sound like a kid, it sounds fucking terrible.
It sounds like Meat Rod from Michael Teen Hunger Force. Like, my parents are gone. I was hoping that you'd come over and we could just, figure it out. Hey guys,
I can't, bro. Like I can't.
Yeah.
Which is funny because everyone thought I was a girl on the phone until I was like fucking 16. John Mulaney has a bit. You'll never know the struggle when you call Blockbuster Video and it's like, do you have a copy of Adam's Family Values? And they're like, ma'am, you called 3 times. Any guy out there knows the pain of being like a teenager and someone on the phone thinks you're a girl. Sucks.
Let's just go.
I get my injections from Annoyed, Constantine. Right. You know what? Ryan's probably got a team today developing a self-repairing bicycle tire tied up in a basement. He's like, no one gets to breathe until this thing's functional. When will Christy return to panels? It's a different part of the community, man. I don't know. I'm not even sure if I'm happy I'm back or not. Fucking Jeff doxed me, so that's cool. Thanks, Jeff.
In all fairness, with the tire thing, I did start it with saying if anyone can, if I can pull this off, then anyone can. So I didn't put on that I was a tire expert. But yeah, if I ever be able to do that though, like anyone can repair a flat then. Or
actually, I got to give Ellen DeGenerate a shout out. That's a really good take on that comment. Not even a stretch. That's you could factually say that I was triggered over being misgendered. Fucking well played. I don't know who that alt is, but my hat is off to you, sir or ma'am. What are your pronouns, Ryan?
Say that again.
What are you he him?
I am a he or
okay,
a he,
good.
Or he him. Yeah. Guess that'll work.
BG is spreading the. What's up, Bubba?
I'm not sure how that works. Wait, did you say Bubba?
Yeah.
What does Bubba mean?
I think I've been in the Carolinas too long, man. Like Bubba is like, instead of saying, hey brother, hey, what's up, my guy? So hey Bubba.
Oh, that sounds like
you want to go down to the barbecue spot? You fixing to get some of that there tater salad, Bubba? Bubba is just I think I've adopted it since I moved here.
Yeah, wasn't that Forrest Gump's friend that made the shrimp? That was obsessed with shrimp? Bubba?
Oh, that's I was born with big gums, sir. Yeah, that was Bubba Gump. Oh no, not Bubba. That was yes, that was he's like, there's all types of shrimp. You can boil it, saute it, grill it, shrimp kebabs, lemon pepper shrimp, barbecued shrimp, sauteed shrimp. Yeah, that was
then it kept going on the scenes, and then eventually he just said, well, that's about it. Yeah.
Michael Jackson's pronouns were that's I think I've heard that before, but that's fucking outstanding.
Hey, you know what they're doing now? They're running all these sequels into the ground. They're trying to do a sequel of everything. I think they're gonna do a sequel of that because they just have to do a sequel of everything now.
Yeah, that's seems to be case in point. This is a weird season in the community. OG's leaving, OG's returning. We're getting close to the series finale. Confirmed. Somebody's got to die, PatCon. And much like Glenn, like we faked FTK's death, but there's going to be a death next week that catches us off guard. That was a Walking Dead reference if nobody catches the PatCon, you said you would come up on a panel if I returned. Was that Cap? Missy's older brother infatuation is cringe as fuck. We're in the spinoff. No, this was. I had fun today. I went longer, 28 minutes longer than I think I should have. If anybody wants to come up and get some last words in, you're more than welcome. Does anybody feel like bad guy? You want to jump up? Too much doxing. I'm staying in chat. Yeah, that's probably not a bet. Arthur Morgan versus Rick Grimes. Who wins? Are we talking like savage, disassociated Rick Grimes? Like where he's out there walking the fence, not knowing what's up, or Rick Grimes, the leader with a heart? That's a K Schwizzle. Fuck you for even putting that in my head now. I am torn.
Yeah, I don't know who any of those people are.
What's that?
I don't know who any of those people are.
Whoa, Constantine getting racist down in the chat. Uncalled for, Constantine. I could see Savage Rick fucking biting Arthur Morgan's throat. But Arthur Morgan would, I think they would literally be successful in killing each other. And they both lie there bleeding out. Ryan, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Nope.
How about Tommy actually coming up last night and being trying to be a friend to Locksmith? That's a plot twist nobody saw coming.
Yeah, that was a strange panel. That was a very eventful panel. It was a walk.
It's like the series has gotten so old, all we can count on now is fucking shock value. Like that's the only thing we have left.
Yeah, like Luck was trying to be Jeff last night.
Missy took 5 minutes to come up with that sick burn. FCC was the straw that took the camel's back. I mean, that man needs a Snickers stat. Everybody, I ran out of shit to talk about like 3 minutes into this panel. I'm sorry that I dragged it out this long. If anybody's got anything or anybody wants to come up, you got 60 seconds to say it or ask for the link. Other than that, I'm going to and so the end is near. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I guess I'll step down now. But
always fun to see you, Ryan. When can we expect a Ryan catch?
Well, I'm gonna be decoying with another catcher today, so somewhere between 3.
Do you want to tell us who that is, or is that confidential?
Tiny.
Oh, okay.
Tiny.
Yeah, I know Tiny.
Possibly decoying tonight.
Is Ryan from the same planet as the rest of us?
And yeah, I already said I wasn't. Don't you guys know?
All right, we're gonna copy this link and it's kind of fucked up, man. Like Locksmith will get 9 people on his panel, and only Ryan wants to come and says, like, I think people are embarrassed to be seen with me. Oh, thanks, K Schwizzle. Appreciate you.
I think if I go down, maybe people will come up.
You're more than welcome to stay. That's
Good. Yeah. But yeah, have a good panel day.
you too, Ryan. Have an amazing day.
Bye.
Short bus, I'm starting to have legitimate doubts that it's actually a birthday, sir. I work, Cap. I'm actually traveling a bunch now, man. I'm like 5 or 6 days at a clip, twice a month. I'm out of town, so it's nice. Like, right. I mean, I got some email shit to do and like remote stuff, but for the most part, I'm like 10 to 12 hours a day, 5 days, and then I'm home for 9. So especially in the summer, I get to like play golf, and I would like to play. I would like to have a golf match. If Tommy Boy Studios can find, if he can find a simulator place where him and I can square off, I think that would be some fun content for the community. You know, we can call it the Dick Ryder Cup. I did get some new golf clubs though. That's kind of neat. I'm excited about that. Anybody in the chat play golf other than Tommy Boy? Probably this week, PatCon. I just gave him like 30 minutes more material. Who's Harry Belafonte? You play bullhand? Putt. CCC spokesman's really a golfer? Would this be shitty content? Does anybody want to see what's in the bag with Sweet Baby Ray? Would that be fun for the last 4 minutes of content? Or is that cringe? I'll be honest, I kind of want to know what's in everybody else's bag too. All right, fuck it. Let's do we're gonna do a what's in the bag. I just had to find a place I could set up and preferably not dox myself. All right, everybody. So we'll start with the big stick. Sweet Baby Ray is currently gaming a TSI 3 with a hazardous RDX 6.5. Got the multi-compound +4 grips. Going down to the, this is the whitest thing I've ever done. Got an exotic CBX 3-wood. Once again, I got that hazardous 6.5 smoke. Same shaft in there. Here's a throwback that some of you golf nuts out there are gonna have no idea. This is an M1, I think it's 18 degree hybrid. Yeah, I got it at +1 degree. It's a 19 set to a fade bias. And I've got a Mitsubishi X-Flex Rage in that. I've had this thing probably for like 7 years. I enjoy that quite a bit. I've got my P790 UDI 2-iron. Inside of that, I have a KBS Tour C-Taper 130. 120. And then this is where the golf fans will get a little bit excited. These are the MP20s. These are what I'm gaming right now. And I've got, again, the C-Taper 120 KBS Tours in there. These are dope clubs. And for the wedges, I played with the grind a little bit. This is a Mizuno MPT5. See what I did down there in the bottom? Kind of shaved off some of the bounce back there. These are a D6, I think, swing weight. And I got the dynamic gold spinners. They're like S400s in here. And this is a cool little piece I got here too. This is a Newport 2.5 center shafted Scotty milled face. Cool little, decent little setup that I got there. So that was this week's edition of Ray's What's in the Bag. Nice girth on the shaft. Yeah, that's I'm gonna go ahead and say that's probably accurate. My wife has cute sticks. I wish she played golf. She's a tennis, avid tennis player. Still no green in regulation. What is everybody else? Anybody, whoever plays golf, what are you guys gaming this year? Like handicap Aussie Pete? I don't know if I played in a member guest. I'd probably try to sandbag a little bit and say that I'm a 7 or an 8, but I'm probably more of like a shitty 5. When the hips went bad, I've had a tough time getting off the tee for like the last 3 or 4 years, so shit sucks, but if I can keep it in play, I'll typically shoot. That's why I got that that M1 hybrid in there and the Exotics 3-wood. I very seldom, if ever, hit that TSI 3 on the range. I could play with it, but you put me on the course and I fucking spurg out. No, you know what's funny, bad guy? I actually watched some shit about how they kind of ousted Bam. I hope that dude figures some shit out, bro. I really do. Professional go-karting's on the agenda today. I love to get drunk and I love to drive golf carts, but I only do one of those things these days. Haystack. Anybody remember when 3-6 Mafia was on Jackass? That was one of the most unexpected. That was the collaboration we never knew we needed. I'm cheap too, man. I'm playing the Kirkland K signature ball right now. I don't think I've bought is bought in a word? I don't think I've bought like a Pro V1 or a TP5 or a Chrome Soft in 3 or 4 years. Anybody else in the chat on a sober kick? I know bad guy sober. Anybody else? Is it called Romulus or something like that? I saw it last night randomly after I left Locke's panel. Just it came up in my feed. It does. It looks fucking epic. The new Aliens trailer. Hey, in all seriousness, K-Schwizzle, man, like, you know, your version of sobriety is your business, but if you got off the H, man, that is fucking awesome, dude. Cap, if it brings you happiness, man, I'm fucking good on you, pal. Booze was the one that booze always killed me, bro. Scotch is like the fucking fentanyl of alcohol. I would say no, PatCon. I would not consider a gallon of kratom a day to be sober. Bad guy, that's not funny, man. You're probably you're the poster child of recovery in the community. So as much as I find that to be funny, would you mind telling everybody that your sobriety is still intact? Good for you, Aussie Pete. Yeah, alcoholic or not, man. Like you don't got to be whatever. I don't. It's not for me to say who's got issues and who doesn't. But if it makes your life more difficult and adds more problems than it does bring joy, it's probably best to eliminate it. Who died? Captain, yeah, I follow him on IG. He's sober and he's been skating. We talking about Bam? Did he really die? No, he didn't die, did he? Somebody confirm that. Did he seriously die? Oh, okay. Did anybody see that kid Grayson on the PGA Tour? My swing is not as free flowing as I would like. Just hitting a lot of little low trap draws. Doing what I can with the knees and the hips I have left, man. Grayson Allen, I think that's his name. Yeah, he withdrew from a tournament, I think day 2 on a Friday, and according to I didn't really follow too much of the reports, but it looks like he took his own life, which is 30-year-old guy living the dream. He had his ups and downs with booze and shit like that. So at least there's no more pain now. But no, not to see. Yeah, he did. Poor fella took his own life, man. It's funny too. Scotty Scheffler getting arrested at the front gate was a bigger story in sports than that was. Let's go, Johnny Novels. That's fucking epic, dude. That's. I wonder what it would be like to be in the brain of Ray for just one day. Dude goes through like 20 topics a minute. I don't know if that's an insult or a compliment, Constantine, but either way, it's probably at least somewhat accurate. So yeah, there's that. No, as a matter of fact, when I watched the the Drake Kendrick beef. The only reason I knew they even had a beef is because Tony Hinchcliffe at the roast of Tom Brady said that Kim Kardashian had more public beef than Drake and Kendrick. Is it not Grayson Allen, Tommy Boy? Who's the great? What's the golfer's name that passed? Grayson Murray. Okay. Yeah, I didn't really know who he was. There was a young Indian golfer that came out and did a pretty heartfelt tribute to him. And I remember when Sevi Ballesteros died a couple of years back. There was Tommy Boy. Can you put down the beef for 3 minutes and type in the chat what you're gaming? I did a what's in the bag. I'm curious what you got over there in Europe. West, what do you have in the bag? What are you gaming right now? Got some P770s. Drake shot his own security guard just to get eyes. Is that real? Fuck. World's on fire, yo. Yeah, being up in the mountains as opposed to Florida has been fun for, again, not that for the 6 people here that actually play golf. I forgot what undulation looked like. And if anybody is a golfer, I didn't ask him to show, fucking Steve. I asked him to type. I literally said type. Fucking poster boy of sobriety, my ass. Yeah, Larb, thank you, Purdue Pharmaceuticals. If anybody, if you ever want to, I don't know if it's prescription thugs, but, you know, they had a drug that came out, and luckily pills were never my issue, but I had a lot of buddies that, I think it was called Ultram or Tramadol. It was supposed to be like a non-habit forming alternative to the opiate prescriptions. And what happens is, you know, they turned out not to be safe or non-habit forming, and you turned all these like 38-year-old to 55-year-old housewives and, you know, guys working at a plant who've never had a problem with drugs or booze, basically into dope fiends. And, you know, if a drug dealer is, if it's a person of color living in Baltimore, we'll lock him up and throw away the key. But if it's a white guy with an advanced medical degree living in San Francisco, he gets a slap on the wrist and a corporate bonus. It's, as much as we talk about fuckery and shit here, like that's, I don't know how those guys were never hung out to dry the way they should have been. Tramadol was the weakest, needed like 7 to achieve what 2 perks did. Tramadol is still super addictive, but it's a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. For real? I didn't know that. They're Jewish, Ray. You know, it's God. This is a long time ago. This is back when I was in nursing school. I was doing like the early days of Uber up in the Northeast. Actually, but no, I don't know where I was. But either way, I picked someone up. It was like the end of. I used to drive late nights down by the Jersey Shore because there was like good money to be made down there. And it was like 4 a.m, and I picked somebody up, and the person was Tommy Boy's got P790s, Vokey wedges, TM Sim 2. Yeah, Vokeys are the 790. The 790s are the hollow backs, right? Not the smaller ones. Costco's got a new alternative to the P790s. If anybody gets a chance, Patty C got fucking banned. Who banned PatCon? Somebody unbanned PatCon. Oh, so so I'm doing that Uber thing, and I picked a girl up at 4 a.m, 4:30 in the morning, and she was very nice, but she told me where she was going. We went to the methadone clinic, and it was like 4:30 in the morning, and there was a line. It's a long time ago, so I don't know how accurate this number is, but I'm going to say there might have been 140 people, 150 people outside. And I had a newfound, like, you know, because I know what it's like to get someone in active addiction or active alcoholism to really do anything. But to be that strung out and, you know, trying that hard not to do heroin, to be out there online at 4:30 in the morning to get shit is, you know, this isn't meant to be a shitty pun, but that's a sobering moment. You know, it's fucking heartbreaking. Yeah, I don't know enough about kratom, but from what people say, like it stimulates the opiate receptors in the body, and I don't know, like if you want to, like they call it Cali sober if you smoke weed, or, you know, kratom, you can just buy it you know, not at a 7-Eleven or a QT or a Spinks or a Wawa, but if you go to like those, you know, 3rd generation foreign owned gas stations, you could typically get kratom. Yeah, and from some of the people that I met, man, eventually when the prescriptions stop, You know, that's when a lot of poor folks went to the needle. You know, you do what you got to do to get where you need to get. Fucking sad, dude. Hey man, like Cam wants to do kratom, that's fine, dude. I'm not going to tell him not to do it. He's a grown ass man. You were all right, guys. We're getting a random look into the life of LARP. You know, he's 20. He was 21, and was it like post surgery or something like that? What was the what if you don't have to say anything, but like what was the reason that the doctor prescribed him? Nerve pain, post surgical? Did you have an accident? Yeah, carrying the whole community on your back for the better part of 5 years would lead to, you know, some spinal stenosis. And this panel went a much different way. Wasn't really expecting it to go, but like Constantine said, I'm like a dog chasing a car. You know, I wouldn't know what to do if I actually found one. They gave me, I wouldn't call that the good stuff, man. When I had my motorcycle accident like 2 months ago, you know, 800 milligrams of ibuprofen can do a lot. You know, if you get through that initial window of, my buddy that I ride with went down like 2 weeks ago, and he was just wearing a t-shirt, man, and he got road rash, fucking fierce. You know, every time he moved, the guy was just fucking in agony, and you know, he's a guy that's trying to be sober too, so it was tough to see him in that much fucking agony, you know. And then what's the other thing? Control, good to see you too, sir. So what do we cover today? Yeah, K Swizzle. Me and the guys I ride with, we got a rule that everybody wears a helmet. You know, of course, you say it's stupid until you go down. When I went down, the front wheel actually just locked up, going from first into second or second into third. I don't really remember. Just the front brake seized. I was probably feathering the front brake, and I got launched over the front. Crash bars did a good job, kept the bike relatively intact, but came down hard on the knee, and the helmet right off the side of the road just fucking landed straight on my head. Good call, Constantine. I wear a helmet when I chew my crayons, y'all. That's what I do. I've gone through the 5 stages of grief, depression, and recovery all in the same fucking panel. Yeah, that was it was pretty fucking, it's pretty terrifying, man. It was on a, not an expressway, but it was on like a 3 lanes each way going kind of main road through town, and big old garbage truck drove right past me. Like the accident wasn't horrible, man. I got super lucky. I was on crutches for like 2 weeks, but you know, once I got off pretty much consequence free. Hey, M18 Taco Cat, good to see you. LARP, very similar. I was in a bad accident out on a rescue when I was a rescue swimmer for the Navy and got pretty fucked up jumping out of the helicopter. Damn, Johnny Novels. Hey, Cat Eyes. Yeah, K Swizzle. I think this is a good time to shut this thing down. Great job this morning, Damone. Kirkland Fury. I'm not in a motorcycle club, Haystack. I have a couple buddies that ride, but we're not a club. No bottom rockers. No. Typically, we don't ride more than 3 or 4 deep at a time. Jay Silly, good to see you. I hope that you know who had a good season this year. Wish him the best. Everybody head over to NTF. I probably won't be there. We're not a 2.5% club haystack. Appreciate the thought that you might actually think I would be in one of those. I'm way too soft. Just middle-aged white guys, man. Basic. What was that movie with William H. Macy? Wild Hogs. That's all we are. So I went into NTF's like for the first time I ever went in there was like 2 or 3 days ago, and I just said hello, and I was being bombarded with like people. It was kind of what I was getting on Sabby about, the whole like got like shit that's meant to be in private, and everybody just wants to drag. Like they can drag over there, and everybody can drag. It's just not really my. I enjoyed our conversation today. Later, LARP. Just like Sabby said, she's not a fan of me. Neither is Christy. You don't have to. They pull much bigger numbers than I do. Everybody wants to come over and have a fun little 90-minute chat and just watch Ray's ADD fucking flourish. We'll be all right. It's kind of a dick comment, Cap, but you are entitled to your opinion. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Oh, I thought you were talking about my panel, Cap. All right, disregard. All right, everybody. Today's panel was brought to you by the amazing people at jeffslawyer.com. Yeah, no, I know. I just realized that, Batman. That's Constantine. Good to see you. Nice to see some friendly faces. First time in a long time. Be kind to each other, or don't do whatever the fuck you want to do. I'm done trying to mend fences, but fucking look at Joe Hamstein showing up at last call. Fucking big L, Joe Hamstein. Sir, congrats on the vest. I've always been bad at goodbyes. Everybody should enjoy Constantine. Him being there when one of the greatest moments in community history for anyone that's came to the party late. Alex and Tommy sat down at a children's table in the middle of a cul-de-sac in Colorado, trying to have like the Sokovia Accords and the Avengers. It was fucking amazing. And a public statement. Sam never made any physical approaches towards me. I just want that to be made clear. A lot of shit was said while I was gone. There was no way, shape, or form did he make any sort of advance. So I mean, like we could joke around, and Annoyed definitely calls me up drunk, and on occasion, I think he might be indulging in an activity that doesn't need to be mentioned here. But Sam Clinton never ever did that. So dispel that rumor. My boy playing varsity this year, he's only 14, needs to step up. Cool, y'all. Still a little bit bummed out. Nobody wants to come up on my panels. Fucking NTF gets guests. Locksmith gets blah, 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 blah. Nobody wanted to come up and shoot. And I know some of us are working and doing other things, but FCC will be missed. And I don't know. Sub to Damone. Actually, that's his channel's way bigger than mine. That's a dumb thing for me to say. Yeah, you missed it, Laura Pickle. Yeah, and we don't see him in chat anymore, but big shout out to Colorado Creep Control. Kevin is missed and thought about fairly regularly. So, Kev, I hope that you return one day. We miss you catching and your presence. You've always been one of my favorites, dude. So, shout out to Colorado Creep Control. Everybody throw some hearts up in the chat for Kev. Or some fists. I don't know. He's a violent man. You know what's funny? At least Kevin's consistent. He never pulls up to a panel, but when you look at his family, he never pulls out either. Shout out, Kev. Y'all think I'm like inevitably headed towards a one-on-one panel with Jeff? He's screaming in the chat for Kev. Gusto's here? Where's Gusto? I don't see him. Haven't seen Gusto in a long time. Yeah, I stayed away, y'all. I said nothing about Jeff. Dude just randomly fucking doxed me for oh, you're Gusto? No shit. Okay, cool. Earthworm, or I had no idea. Earthworm. What do I do for the rest of the day, gang? I should go work. Having the freedom to work remotely is fucking toxic for people with ADD. I'm looking at 5,000 things. Everybody stay blessed, not pressed. Everybody just leave because I can't say goodbye. I'm way too codependent. Everybody just leave my fucking chat right now. Just go. Like Ferris Bueller, it's over. Go home. Yeah, good point, Constantine. Who am I mad at, Mr. X? So Batman, that was actually an homage to Ferris Bueller. That was Ferris Bueller. That was Deadpool. Wade Wilson. That was Wade Wilson paying tribute to Ferris Bueller. So, but yes, you've got the right. You are on track with the right reference, and yeah, no worries. Everybody head over to NTF's. Your boy Ray is out of here. Okay, bye.